Good morning, students. So here we do start with our first theorem named as basic proportionality theorem. The statement is given as if a line parallel to side of a triangle intersects the remaining sides in two distinct points, then the line divides the sides in the same proportion. So here as we observe, in to prove that any theorem, that the statement after if is what given part and the statement after then part is as we have to prove part. Okay, students. So again, as I here pardon that statement, what is our given part? If a line parallel to a side of a triangle, if that line is parallel to that one side of triangle, then obviously it intersect the remaining sides in what? Two distinct points. So for that, first here we draw that figure as by given statement. Okay, so according to that given statement, here as I draw that triangle, name it as triangle ABC. And that statement is given as a line parallel towards side of triangle. So in triangle ABC, that the segment AB, segment BC and segment AC are three sides, and here I draw that the line which is parallel towards side BC, which intersect that remaining sides. That remaining sides are what? AB and AC, and that line L intersect that remaining sides in two distinct points means what? At point P and at point Q. This is our given part. And then the line divides the sides in same proportion, means that line L divides that two sides AB and AC in same proportion. And same proportion means what? Yes, that line L divides AB in two parts AP and PB, and divides that AC as in two parts AQ and QC, and with same proportion means that ratio of that sides is same. So that is our what you have to prove, that prove part. Okay, students. So now here we write down that given part and to prove part. So here I write down that given part, that what we do first, that we draw that triangle. So in triangle ABC, then what we do, we draw that line L parallel to side BC. So we mention here as in given part, and that line L intersect that AB and AC in what? Points P and Q respectively. Okay, then what you have to prove, that the line divides the sides in same proportion, means that AB has two parts AP and PB. So we taking that ratio as AP upon PB, and similarly for AC having two parts AQ and QC. So here we write down that AQ and QC, and that ratio is same, means that line L divides the sides in same proportion. Okay, students. Now as we have to prove this, what we do, yes, we use that the properties as we learn in previous lecture, that the what that property is, ratio of areas of two triangle is equal to what? Ratio of product of their bases and corresponding height. And if that two triangles having equal height, then that ratio is equal to what? Corresponding bases, and that third one also. Okay, so here as we observe, what we have to prove, AP upon PB equal to what? AQ upon QC. So for this left hand side part, as we observe here, we have that triangle APQ. Then what we do here, we form one triangle which having that PB as a side. So for that, here we do what? One construction. Okay, so pay attention over here. So what we do here, we join this point B and Q. So here again we get that one triangle as BPQ. So in triangle APQ and in triangle BPQ, we getting this AP upon PB ratio. How we getting this ratio? Yes, as you observe this figure over here, So AP and BP, as we taking basis of these two triangles, so we getting that common height from opposite vertex Q, like this. Getting this? So as like here, as I draw that perpendicular from Q to opposite vertex AP, so that perpendicular is common height for both triangles, and hence if that height of two triangles is same, then that ratio of area of two triangles equal to what? Ratio of corresponding bases, and corresponding basis means AP upon PB we getting here as of that left hand side part. Similarly, as we join this PC, then here we getting two triangles as APQ and CQP or PQC. With the same property as we use that in as here, we getting here these two triangles having equal in height. So as we draw that perpendicular from P, so we getting that common height to both triangles, and hence that the area of ratio of area of two triangles equal to what? Again, ratio of corresponding bases, like this. Here as I draw that perpendicular from P vertex, so that perpendicular is height which is common to both triangles, so that the triangle with equal height, so ratio of area of two triangles is equal to what? Corresponding ratio of corresponding bases, and that bases are AQ and QC. So we getting that right hand side part over here. And as we have to equalize two ratios, means what? When that right hand side part is equal, if left side part is equal. And as you observe here, that the numerator we have same triangle. Here also we have that area triangle APQ, and here also we have area triangle APQ. But in denominator here we have that triangle BPQ, and for second we have triangle PQC. But as we notice here in this figure, that the APQ and not APQ, it's BPQ and PQC, both are equal in area. Why we says that two triangles having equal area? Because as you notice here students, here we have that triangle BPQ, means that denominator part of first, and here we have that triangle PQC, that the denominator part of second, and we says that these both triangles with having equal area, because as we taking that ratio of area of two triangles, what we notice here, both triangles having common base as PQ. Okay, and as we taking their heights, so for as base PQ, here we have that perpendicular which is height of that triangle BPQ, and from C here we have that perpendicular which is height of that triangle PQC. But what we have given, yes, that the line is parallel towards side BC, and these two perpendiculars are between that two parallel lines. And as we very well known that property, if two perpendiculars having in same two parallel lines, then that perpendiculars also equal in length, or we can say that perpendicular also congruent, and hence these two triangles having equal base and equal height, so that ratio of area of these two triangles is equal to what? 1:1. And as we cross multiply, we are getting these denominator triangles with equal area. So numerator is same, denominator is same, means that ratio is same, and if that ratio of that left hand side part is same, means right hand side part also same or equal. So is this way we solve this theorem. Okay students, now pay attention over here how we present that theorem, or how we can write that proof of that theorem. Okay, like this. First we write down that construction part that we do in this figure. Why we do this construction? To prove this particular that ratio as equal. So we form that two triangles, and hence we do that construction that we draw that two segments, segment PC and segment PQ. Then what we do, we take that first pair as triangle APQ and triangle BQP, or you can say PQB. Here we write down that, so area triangle APQ upon area triangle PQB, and that two triangles having equal height, so that ratio is equal to what? Corresponding bases. So AP upon PB we getting here. Similarly for second pair of that triangles, where we draw that segment draw that segment PC at the area triangle APQ upon area triangle PQC. Again these two triangles having equal height, so that ratio is equal to what? Corresponding bases, and AQ and QC are corresponding bases. Then what we write down as segment PQ is what? Common base, because here we have that numerator part is same. Now we have to prove this denominator part, means these two triangles, triangle PQB and triangle PQC also with same area. And how we write down this? Segment PQ is what? Common base of that triangle PQB and PQC, and PQ or that line L parallel to side BC, and hence we can say that the two triangles, triangle PQB and triangle PQC, have equal heights, because as we draw that perpendicular on that basis, and that base is what? Common PQ, so that perpendicular also in equal in length, because here we mentioned that segment PQ parallel to what? Side BC, and hence we can say that denominator two triangles with equal area, that area triangle PQB equal to area triangle PQC, number it as 3, and therefore we can say that from that first second of that left hand side part, area triangle APQ upon area triangle PQB equal to what? Area triangle APQ upon area triangle PQC, because as we notice here numerator is same, and here in third we prove that denominator also same, so that ratio is same, we number it as 4. And according to that first, second and fourth, what we observe here, yes, that the left hand side part is same, so we can say that right hand side part also same. So here we can write down that AP upon PB equal to what? AQ upon QC, and in this way we prove this basic proportionality theorem. In short, we can say it as BPT theorem also. Okay students, so for 3 marks that the theorem asked in exam, what we do here, first we construct or we draw that figure, then according to that figure and that given part, here we write down that given part then we write down to prove part. One construction is important, you have to draw that two segments, segment PC and segment PQ, because we use that property that the triangles having equal height, if the triangles having equal height, then that ratio of area of two triangles equal to what? Ratio of corresponding bases. Okay students, so write down in your notebook this theorem, BPT theorem. Okay, now next we have that converse of basic proportionality theorem. Converse means what? Yes, there is interchange of that given and to prove part. In previous, that the basic proportionality theorem, what we have that given part, that the line parallel towards side BC, or we take that line is parallel to that side of triangle, and we prove that that line divides that sides in same proportion. Means given part is line L is parallel to that side BC, and we prove that line divides that two sides in same proportion. Now in converse, what is given? If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in same ratio or same proportion, then what? Then the line is parallel to that third side. Means what? Here is that given part where we prove in that theorem in theorem we given that L is parallel to that one side and that line L divides that remaining sides in same ratio. Now here we are given that L divides that two sides in same ratio, and then here we have that property, if that ratio is same, then that line L is parallel toward that third side. Actually converse do not ask in as in exam for to prove, but that the examples depend on this converse we have to solve, and that examples also asked in exam for 2 marks. Okay students, so that here is that converse, you have to just write down at the statement of that converse from page number 7. Okay students. Okay, now using that BPT theorem and its converse, now we have to solve that practice set 1.1. There are two more properties or theorems, that the angle bisector theorem and that three parallel lines and transversal property is omitted from portion for this year, and hence that theorem and this property and that examples related to that theorem and property is also omitted. So here we do start with what? Fourth example of practice set 1.1. In a figure, what you are given, measure of some angles in the figure are given, and then using that prove that AP upon PB equal to what? AQ upon QC. Means you have to show these two ratios as equal or same. So what we notice here students, that AP upon PB means what? Yes, here we have that AP and PB, that the two parts of that side AB, and AQ upon QC means what? Here we have that AQ and QC, that the two parts of that side AC. And when we can say these two parts, that the ratio of these two parts same, yes, when that PQ is parallel to BC. So means you have to prove that the, as we draw that line passing through that P and Q, that line is parallel toward BC, or you can say you have to prove PQ is parallel to BC. Then we say that using what? Yes, BPT theorem, if that line is parallel to that one side of a triangle, then that line divides that remaining sides in what? Same proportion. So how we prove that PQ is parallel to PC? For that, as we notice here, we have given these two angles, and these two angles have equal in measure. So what we know about these angles students? Yes, these two angles are what? Corresponding angles formed by two lines and one transversal. And if corresponding angles are congruent, then we can say that two lines are parallel to each other. This is corresponding angle test. Okay students, so according to that test, here we have that parallel line test as we studied in our 8-9 standard. So these corresponding angles are congruent, so we can say these two lines are parallel, and these two lines means what? That the segment PQ parallel to segment BC, parallel to each other. And in triangle, if PQ parallel BC, means according to BPT, that line divides that remaining sides in same proportion or in same ratio. So here we prove that which we have to prove. Okay students, so like this, here we write down that solution. In a figure, angle APQ congruent to angle ABC, because each given as 60 degree, or you can say given part. But angle APQ and angle ABC are what? Corresponding angles, and therefore in triangle ABC we can say segment PQ parallel to side PC because of corresponding angle theorem for that test. And therefore we can say AP upon PB equals to what? AQ upon QC according to basic proportionality theorem, because in any triangle, if that line is parallel to that one side, then that line divides that remaining side in what? Same ratio. So for 2 marks, at the example like this asked in exam. Okay students, now that next 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th omitted from syllabus, because these examples depend on that 2 theorems which also omitted. So now we try for the 10th one, where we have to solve one activity in 10th example. Okay students, so okay students, here we have that activity based question. Example 10, we have given one figure where given part is what? That the point X is an interior part of that triangle DEF, and that X joins that the vertices of triangle DEF. Then also we, as notice here we taking that 3 points PQR, and we have given that the segment PQ parallel to segment D and segment QR parallel to segment EF, and then we have to fill in the blanks, means we have to complete this activity to prove that segment PR parallel towards segment DF. So as you notice here, we have given that in triangle XDE PQ parallel to D, and here we have to fill that empty box with proper reason. Okay, and using that, next step is we have to fill these empty boxes also, and that reason is BPT. So pay attention over here students. So here I bifurcate that figure in triangle what? XDE PQ parallel D, and PQ parallel D is what? Yes, here as you observe, PQ parallel D is our what? Given part. So here we write down given as a statement. Then what you have to write down? According to BPD, if that line is parallel to that one side of a triangle, then it divides that remaining side in same ratio. So that ratio is what? XP is in numerator. So XP upon what you have to supposed to write? Yes, XP upon PD equals to what? QE. So that numerator part of QE is what? Yes, XQ you have to supposed to write over here. So here we write down, so at the XP upon PD equal to what? XQ upon QE according to BPD. Now in second triangle XCF, so here I bifurcate that triangle XCF where QR parallel to EF and QR parallel to EF is what? Given part. So here again we have to write down that same reason as given. Then what you have to write down? Yes, you have to write down that the equal ratio over here according to what? BPT again, because in triangle XEF that the line parallel toward one side of a triangle, and that line divides that remaining sides in same proportion. So try to write down that particular terms over here students. Okay, pay attention over here. Understood? Here we write down that the statement as given QR parallel EF is given, is in given statement, and then we write down XR upon RF, that the XR upon RF equal to what? XQ upon QE. Getting this? Because QR is parallel to EF means that the line parallel to that one side, then that line divides that remaining sides in equal ratio. And as you observe that 1 and 2, what we notice here, that the right hand side part is equal, and if right hand side part is same or equal means left hand side part is also same or equal, means you have to write, what do you have to write? XP upon PD equal to what? XR upon RF, that the left hand side part is also same from 1 and 2. But in triangle XDF, if XP upon PD equal to what? XR upon RF, as we getting this from 1 and 2, in this triangle XDF, as we getting XP upon PD equal to what? XR upon RF, then according to that converse of BPT, what we say, if that ratio is same, means that line is parallel to that third side, and hence here we write down that segment PR parallel to segment DF. Okay students, so like this we have this activity for 2 marks, that the half part is given and half part as you have to fill with that correct terms or that correct name of that segments. So this is a 10th example as activity based question. Okay students, and the next topic is, as the name of that our chapter as similarity, so here we have that topic similar triangles, and then next we have that test of that similarity of triangles, and according to that we have some theorems of these similar triangles, and using that we have to solve that next practice set. Okay, so here we proceed to that next topic, similar triangles. So here we have given about that similar triangles. Let's recall part means what? We have already studied this part in our previous standard. Here we have given that two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. So when we can say these two triangles are similar triangles, yes, if that the triangle ABC having three angles, angle A, angle B and angle C. Here also in DF we have three angles, angle D, angle E and angle F. So as we taking that correspondence, for angle A corresponding angle is D, for angle B corresponding angle is angle E, and for angle C corresponding angle is angle F. And if we are given that all three angles of triangle ABC congruent with corresponding angles of triangle DEF, means what? Here as you notice that the angle A congruent with that angle D, angle B of triangle ABC congruent with angle E of triangle DEF, and that remaining pair angle C congruent with angle F. And what do you notice here, that the AB upon D equal to what? BC upon EF equal to what? AC upon DF, means what? That the corresponding sides of two triangles are in proportion. Here we have that side AB, that the corresponding side of AB is what? Side D. For side BC corresponding side is side EF, and for that remaining side AC corresponding side is DF. And we have given that AB upon D equal to BC upon EF equal to AC upon DF, means that corresponding sides are in proportion. Then we can say that two triangles are similar triangles, means for any two triangles we have to satisfy that these two conditions, that the corresponding angles are congruent and corresponding sides are in proportion. Then given two triangles are what? Similar triangles. And we express as in symbol. Here we have that symbol of similarity, triangle ABC similar with triangle DEF. Okay students, so always as we have to verify that given two triangles are similar or not, we have to satisfy these two conditions, that the corresponding angles are congruent and that corresponding sides are in proportion. Okay, this is what? Definition of similar triangle. So next we have that test of similarity of triangles. So what is the test of similarity of a triangle says? It is not verify to these two conditions to decide whether that given triangles are similar triangles or not. According to this test, when three specific conditions are fulfilled, then the remaining conditions also automatically fulfill, and we can say that given two triangles are what? Similar triangles. Actually, as we observe here in definition, that 3 pairs of angles and 3 pairs of sides we have to verify. Even though there are 2 conditions, but in first condition we have 3 pairs of angle, and second condition also that 3 pairs of sides. You have to verify whether that angles are congruent and that sides are in proportion or not. But in test, what we have to verify, that the specific 3 conditions we have to verify, and if that 3 conditions are fulfilled, the remaining conditions also automatically fulfill, and we can say according to that test that 2 triangles are similar triangles. It is like as we learn that test of what, congruent triangles. Yes, as you remember, we have that test of congruence of 2 triangles. Similarly, we have that test of similarity of triangles. And now let us discuss about this test of similarity of triangles. Okay, students. The first test is what? AAA test for similarity of triangles. So what is it mean by that AAA test? Yes, as you observe here, AAA means what? Angle, angle, angle test. So the definition is what? For a given correspondence of vertices, when corresponding angles of 2 triangles are congruent, then the 2 triangles are similar. What does it mean? If you have given 2 triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR, which having that 3 angles. So that angle A congruent with what? Angle P. Angle B congruent with angle Q, and angle C congruent with angle R, with correspondence of vertices. This is the most important, that the correspondence of vertices. Here we write down that ABC 1-to-1 correspondence with PQR, means for A corresponding angle is P, for angle B corresponding angle is angle Q, and for angle C corresponding angle is angle R. And if that condition satisfies, then we can say 2 triangles are similar. Means according to the definition, here we have the definition, there are 3 angles congruent with that corresponding angles of other triangle, and also that sides, corresponding sides are in proportion, then we can say 2 triangles are similar. Here we have the definition. But the test says if only that first condition about that angle satisfies, then we can say triangles are similar with that AAA test, then that sides automatically are in proportion. It is not supposed to given. Okay, students, this is what AAA test. Similar we have that AA test, means what? Only 2 angles. If you have given that in a given 2 triangles with that correspondence of vertices, if that 2 angles of 2 triangles are congruent, then also we can say 2 triangles are similar to each other. Is known as what? Here you can see AA test of similarity of triangles. Okay, students, and this is one of the test we can use it in theorems and to solve that examples. AA test means what? As we show that the 2 angles of a triangle congruent to what? 2 corresponding angles of another triangle, then we can say that triangles are similar by AA test. So this is one of the most useful tests to solve examples and theorem. Okay, students. Next test is what? SAS test of similarity of triangles. SAS means what? Yes, 2 sides and 1 angle, and that angle is in between that sides is the important condition. So how we define that SAS test? For a given correspondence of vertices of 2 triangles, if 2 pairs of corresponding sides are in what? same proportion and the angle between them, you will notice between them are congruent, then the two triangles are similar. Means if we are given that two pairs of corresponding sides in same proportion and the angle between them is congruent, then we can say two triangles are similar by SAS test. So here we have that example in triangle KLM and triangle RST. The correspondence is KLM, one-to-one correspondence RST. So suppose here, as we notice that symbol over L, angle L, and that the symbol over angle that S, means angle KLM congruent with angle RST. And these two angles are what? That the angle between that sides, where we have mentioned that length of that sides as KL 1, LM 2, where RS is 1.5, ST is 3. So as we taking that ratio, KL, for KL corresponding side is RS. So we can say KL upon RS equal to what? LM upon ST, and that ratio is what? 2 upon 3. As you notice here, KL is 1, RS is 1.5. So 1 upon 1.5 we getting, but 1 upon 1.5, as you multiply both by 2, the ratio becomes 2 upon 3, like this. Understood, students? Here we have that KL is 1, RS as 1.5, multiplying numerator and denominator by 2, 2 ones are 2, and 1.5 into 2 is what? 3, 2 upon 3. LM upon ST is also 2 upon 3, and that the angle is lies in between that given sides. So we can say these two triangles are similar by SAS test. Okay, and one more is there, SSS test. Means what? Side, side, side. Means that the information about angles not given, and if for a given correspondence of vertices of two triangles, when three sides of a triangle are in proportion to corresponding three sides of another triangle, then two triangles are similar. Means in definition we says angles are congruent, sides are in proportion, that the second condition is only given if three sides of one triangle proportion to what? Corresponding three sides of another triangle, then again we can say that two triangles are what? Similar triangles. So as like here, PQR and XYZ are two triangles where PQ corresponding side is YZ here. Okay, here we notice PQ corresponding to YZ, QR corresponding side is XY, and for PR corresponding is XZ, and hence two triangles are similar. But what we notice here, triangle PQR similar with triangle not here mentioned as XYZ. Using that correspondence, you have to write down that similarity as PQR similar to what? ZYX. Okay, as you write down here triangle PQR similar to triangle XYZ, it is wrong. You are supposed to write that similarity with that correspondence only, and for PQ corresponding is what? YZ. So here we write down as like ZYX. As you change it as YZX, it's also wrong, because for QR corresponding is what? YX or XY, as you notice here. If you write down here YZX, it is also wrong, because for QR it becomes ZX, and here in correspondence we have given QR corresponding to XY. So you have to supposed to write like this: PQR, triangle PQR similar to triangle what? ZYX. Okay, students, and again we have that properties of similar triangles that we learn in properties of congruent segments. Okay, reflexivity, symmetry, transitivity. What is that? Reflexivity means, yes, that each triangle is similar with itself. Symmetry means what? If one triangle is similar to second, and that second is also similar with first. And transitivity means what? First triangle is similar to second triangle is similar to third triangle, then obviously that third one is similar with first, or you can say first triangle is similar with third triangle, is known as transitivity. Same as we learn in properties of congruent segments: reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity. Okay students, so now using this you have to solve what? Practice set 1.3, and in next lecture we do start with this practice set. Okay students, thank you, bye bye.